guys, welcome to another vlog. You seem to have enjoyed the last one, so I thought I would make another one for you. I still find this talking in front of the camera a little weird, and I don't know, maybe you noticed in the last one that I didn't really look at the lens. You'd think that a photographer might know about looking at the lens, right? But yeah, maybe it's just being afraid of the camera a little bit. Who knows? So, what I've been doing the last couple days was to try to build a new darkroom timer. This was actually something that came out of a project that I did last year. I was trying to build a new enlarger source. Enlarger light source, that is. The reason for that was that I bought a 4x5 camera, but my enlarger is only 6x7, so I couldn't print the pictures I took with the 4x5 camera. So I decided to try to come up with an enlarger light source that I could just put on the back of the 4x5 camera and then print like that. The project went quite well. I built a prototype and I even printed something with that prototype. That print is a bit small, as you might have noticed. It was because the enlarger light source was not bright enough, and I still need to figure out how to make it brighter. I think I need to use high power LEDs, but for now my priority is the timer because I have to print lots and lots of pictures for the Progress Through Demolition project that I showed you in the last vlog, and so a good darkroom timer would make things a lot easier. And I realized that the only thing that was holding me back from the timer that I programmed while I was working on the enlarger light source was that it wasn't yet hooked up to my own enlarger light source. Basically, I just needed something to switch it on and off. And then I discovered that there are things like Wi-Fi switches. So the only problem was to get the timer that I built hooked up to that Wi-Fi switch. It wasn't that super easy. I had to build a new firmware and do all sorts of stuff like that. But after a bit of a struggle, I finally managed. But that was what I was doing the last 2 days, hooking up the code to the timer code to the Wi-Fi switch. And it worked. So now I have a functioning Wi-Fi enlarger. That's kind of crazy. Combining the very old with the very new. It's kind of cool. Now the problem I have left is that there are a couple of LEDs on the board that I need to switch off. And I can't really switch them off, so I basically have to build a new board without those LEDs. I think I'm gonna try to make like a standalone type arduino thing. If you don't know anything about electronics, that probably tells you nothing, but it's a bit more involved than what I've been doing so far. I need to master surface mount soldering, which is a very tiny part, and my first attempt already failed. I needed to get a solder wig and thinner solder wire and all of that, so I hope that I can get that to work next week perhaps. I don't know yet. So I'm still waiting for some parts and then maybe I can continue with it. But I already made some good progress with this project. So after this little update on my newest project, I think I'm gonna draw a little now. That guy here, that's where it's at. It's a little weird. I think you're gonna find it fun. I just realized that this office is a real mess. I think I should probably sort it out. And this gives me the opportunity to try out the motion time-lapse on my stabilizer. So I hope this works. We'll see. sort of imagined that you might have some questions about the spread. I mean, what's going on with that comic? And why does that giraffe have a bug? Well, let's start with the easy part, and that's the comic. I actually made this after having to go to the dentist, which wasn't a lot of fun. Making the comic was fun, but that was really the only fun thing about it. There's nothing much else to say about it, except that going to the dentist sucks. Now the bug, that's a little bit more complicated. The thing is, my story, the story of the comic I'm working on now, which this giraffe is part of, is set in a distant future, and in that world, humans did not survive. And whatever they did to our planet, or whatever we're doing right now, is gonna lead to some humongous bugs. And the animals keep them for pets. Makes sense, doesn't it? Hi guys. It's the next day now, and I'm going to be editing some scans, I think. But this time it's not gonna be photo scans, it's gonna be scans of paintings and drawings and all of that, because I want to update my website. And right now it includes mostly photography, but I also want to put some drawings and paintings on there, because I think it's becoming more and more important to my output. I mean, after all, I have a YouTube channel with lots of drawing and painting videos, so I might as well put it on my website. And yeah, so the plan is to edit some scans so that I can put them there. This was just a doorbell and there were packets arriving, so I thought I would show you what I got. Film! And I also got this huge bit of paper. And the paper is for a print I'm going to make for a festival. I was trying to get into that festival for a long time, and after 3 years, it's finally happening, and I'm going to make a Darkroom print for it on this paper. It's gonna be super nice. And there's something else I got. It's an audio recorder. And I wanted a thing like this forever, like many years. And now I finally got one. It's so cool. I was a bit unhappy with the onboard Canon preamps for microphones, and I think this audio recorder will solve all my problems. It also has XLR connections, so I can plug in my super nice voiceover mic into this too, so it's gonna be super cool. I'm very much looking forward to playing with this and recording lots of stuff outside, sounds, and yeah, it's gonna be great. And I'm gonna read the huge manual instead of editing scans like I planned. Maybe afterwards. Or maybe if I was really responsible, I would do the editing beforehand. Am I responsible? Nah, I don't think so. just managed to get my husband out of the house. So now I can start on a secret mission for him, which is a painting for his birthday. He doesn't know anything about it yet. It's just gonna be a little thing, but I thought it could be really nice. And so I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna paint a little. And this here behind me is his bookshelf. He has tons and tons of books. Right. Oh, Jesus. This isn't even, sunshine. That's just, window light. So yeah, I'm just doing the YouTube thing, just posing in front of a bookshelf that isn't even mine. And yeah, but it's, I'm painting for my husband and these are his bookshelves. So I just occupied his office while he was out of the house, when the cat is out and stuff like that. Okay, I think I'm gonna go paint now before this light gets any brighter. Oh dear. Well, I better get out of this office. It isn't mine. See you over there in my office. For his birthday, my husband asked for something revolutionary. And, well, I tend to draw bears, and a revolutionary bear seemed like the perfect choice. So I looked up some old Soviet posters and tried to find some inspiration for poses, and, well, this was the outcome. I think it turned out really cute. And it is definitely a revolutionary pose. I also like the composition. These old Soviet posters are really interesting. If you haven't looked at them before, I recommend it. Hi guys, I'm actually up on the mountain and it's really loud here. And that's not actually from the mountain, it's from the surf down at the beach. I don't see any surfers from up here, which means it's really quite a surf. It's probably super dangerous. And the whole town is kind of misty and yeah, it looks quite nice. I've got my usual setup, the Leica with Nocton, so it's super huge, 1.1, aperture 1.1. I love this lens. It's so strange and weird and I love it. It makes such moody, atmospheric pictures. And it's the perfect grey day for it. I've got some T-Max 100 in there. I'm gonna have lots of fun with it. So I'm gonna take you with me on this little hike. I was still feeling very not fit at all. I had to stop on the stairs again. Oh well. I'm gonna continue now. See you in a bit. Hi guys, it's getting a little dark now, but I just came back to a place that I haven't been to in a while. There's some ruins here, and yeah, maybe it's a bit too dark to be here. So yeah, I've been walking through the woods a little bit, and just now I noticed that I was shooting at 400 the whole time, even though I had 100 film in the camera. Ah well. It can be saved, but of course it had to happen like that. In any case, I don't mind. I'm just walking around here, filming some stuff, and I just ran out of storage on my iPhone. Oh dear. Well, I better go back now. The storage is full. It's getting dark anyway. I still have a bit to go to get back. It's alright, I'm not gonna get stuck here in the dark or something like that. It's fine, but I better hurry now. So I say goodbye now, and this will also be the end of the vlog. If you like this video, then please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And maybe like the video too. And, you know, all of that YouTube jazz. Okay. So I hope to see you for another video soon. Bye! Vlogging can be so difficult.